Good evening, everybody. I'm Pierre Roberge, the Daily Trader. It is March 3rd, and we are going to take a look at Tesla stock from a technical analysis perspective. My goal in doing these videos is to help you understand how you can use technical analysis to make better trading and investing decisions. But I am not a financial advisor, so please do your own research and make your own decisions. So Tesla closed up $6.31 today. That's 0.70%. Closed at 909.25. Post market, we are up 51 cents. Let's look at what this looks like on the chart. If we only look at the numbers, it doesn't tell us much. What we see here is that we are still in a downward channel. This is a bear trend. This is a downtrend, and we have been in this downtrend since April 5th. What do we do when we are in a downtrend? We wait until it finishes before buying the actual dip, because there are multiple dips in a downtrend, and if you are buying those multiple dips, you are buying higher and not lower. So we are going to wait until the stock gets out of that downward channel, and that will be our dip, our low. So we have a green candle. Yesterday we broke and closed outside of 886.41. This is something that we have not done in the past week, except for last Friday. So last Friday we closed above 886.48, and today we maintained ourselves quite well above 886 again. We came down and tested it during the day, so this is a typical behavior after having broken a resistance. Sometimes the stock comes back down and tests it again before going further. So this is what we did during the day. But at the same time, we also tested this resistance and this resistance right here, but we could not get past it. We caved into it. Basically, this is a sideways day, not very directional. We have resistance right here and we have resistance right here. The Tesla stock is going to have to make a decision at some point in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days maybe to decide if it wants to break this downward resistance or not. If it breaks this downward resistance, it does not necessarily mean that the stock is going to go back up, but it means that it has stopped going down. This is something that we are going to maybe see within the next few days. Let's go see the 1 hour chart to understand how Tesla moved during the day. So the first hour of the day is right here. This was the last hour of the day on Friday. On Friday here, entry point. So we had this resistance here at 886.48, as I have mentioned. So we broke that resistance that we had a hard time breaking for several hours, and we had stochastic over 60. So this was a nice break. And if you entered that position last Friday, so you would have entered at around 890, and right now the stock is at 909. Within one day you could have made $20 on the stock. This is not a lot because we had this resistance right here, and there was a strong possibility that we would get stopped by that resistance, and this is what we did. But the stock is really maintaining itself quite well. It's not coming back down yet to 886, so there is still force in the stock. And as you are starting to understand here, we have stochastic over 60, so this is showing us that the stock is maintaining its strength. We had the MACD breakover bullish. We had that a long time ago, approximately April 28. We have RSI over 50, and we also have a DMI bullish cross where the green line is above the orange line. Basically, this is a nice move. The move is still valid, and let's see what this move is going to give us tomorrow. Let's look at the daily chart. So on the daily chart, in terms of stochastic, we are still at 26. So on the daily chart, Tesla is not ready to go up yet. We have MACD that broke over bearish on April 8th, and this is still bearish. We have RSI that is bearish and DMI that is also bearish. So even though we are having some move in some profits on the 1 hour chart. It's going to take some time for stochastic to go over 60 right here. Let's look at the VIX to see what is happening overall in the market. So we had a nice drop in the VIX today. This is quite interesting, and we have stochastic just below 60. So maybe if we break this tomorrow, this is going to give the chance for a Tesla to move a little bit higher. So there's a potential break in support right here that can happen. If we look at Dow Jones, we are bouncing nicely on 32,828. And we almost closed outside of this downward channel, so we are now coming back in a little bit. But as you see, stochastic is quite low at 22. Are we going to break this downward resistance? That's the big question. And I don't think this might be resolved this week. This is something that we'll have to keep looking at. For S&P 500, we have a nice follow-up day from the bounce on Friday, but stochastic is not very strong. I don't trust this a lot, so I think that this might be doing something like this, so just be careful about that. For Nasdaq Composite, pretty much the same thing, a little bit of a bounce, but we still have a very valid downward resistance that does not look to be crossed quite yet. And for Nasdaq 100, a bounce on 12,978. A nice bounce also, but same downward resistance. So Tesla is looking a little bit better than the indices. The indices are looking like they are reaching support right here. We just have to look at how long this support is going to hold, because we don't have any bullish indicators yet on the indicators. If you want to go long, just be very careful. And if you want to go short on the indices, just be patient, because as soon as we are going to break this 12,978, that might be a nice opportunity to do so. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. You can click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.